I sent like 6 or 7 of the files to my new corporate account over to them. And within 45 days, the guy shut off his phone. And there you are. You just have all these people, 6 or 7 people from your new corporate account that just lost their money. So I had to end up refunding them money. And I thought to myself, as I'm searching for a company that's going to do what they say they're going to do, and I'm thinking this was an expensive mistake. But on my little notepad, I wrote down, I want to own one of these companies because I didn't realize how much the credit repair business was such a scam, you know? So be- being naive, I think I was like, okay, well, one day I want to own one of these.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Investor Fuel podcast. I'm your host, Leo Wehdeking, and today I am joined by someone I've been looking forward to chatting with, Vanessa, who is actually making serious moves in the credit repair industry. Vanessa, I'm glad to have you over here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Perfect. Vanessa, I think that our listeners are really going to take something away from how you've been approaching the credit repair business and also at the same time using it, to integrate it into the real estate industry. So for people who may not be familiar with your world, can you give us a version on what's your main focus these days?
Yes, there are quite a few uh, people that don't have sufficient credit or adequate credit, and because the rates are so high right now, I mean, we just had a rate cut, but everybody's happy about that. But everyone needs to have better credit. For a very long time, they didn't have to because the rates were so low. So now everybody has to have good credit because nobody can afford the rates. But
Exactly.
my personal goal is to do a lot more corporate accounts. I focus on a lot of individuals right now.
Okay, perfect. And in what markets are you operating in? Local or nationwide?
We do all over the US. I've actually been asked if I would do Canada and the UK, but I don't currently do those. They're a different system. So currently all 50 states.
Okay, perfect.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Now, one thing that actually caught my attention about you, Vanessa, is the way that you've been able to do this or to gain your experience over 21 years. Can you be a little bit more specific on how it's been the road over those 21 years that you've been working as a credit repair specialist?
Yes, it is definitely, um, before I did the credit repair, I was a loan officer. And I thought I was very naive back in the day. And so I thought that all credit repair people were trustworthy and things of that nature. So when I got my first corporate account, it was a builder account. And I thought that I was going to just send all these 80 files with bad credit over to the credit repair guy that comes in our office, right? I was like in my 20s. And I was like, oh, we'll just send them there. So I sent like 6 or 7 of the files to my new corporate account over to them. And within 45 days, the guy shut off his phone. And there you are. You just have all these people, 6 or 7 people from your new corporate account that just lost their money. So I had to end up refunding them money. And I thought to myself, as I'm searching for a company that's going to do what they say they're going to do, and I'm thinking this was an expensive mistake. But on my little notepad, I wrote down, I want to own one of these companies because I didn't realize how much the credit repair business was such a scam, you know?
Yeah.
So being naive, I think I was like, okay, well, one day I want to own one of those. And it took me about 2.5 years to find somebody who did what they said they were going to do. And once I found someone, I spent 2 years sending business to him. And one day he asked if I'd like to purchase a system of my own. And I was like, absolutely. I thought I was going to be the loan officer who did my client's credit and then did their loan. But probably, I would say 3 months after I started my business, I realized that's what I wanted to do full time. It was just, you made such a difference in people's lives.
All right. Love it. Love it. And how you've been able to keep your business running, you know, through all these years.
I watched other people do this. And when people get into the credit repair business, they think it's a cash cow and they just kind of turn and burn. And I watched so many companies do that to where they had these huge sales teams and they presented well. But when it came to the backside of everything, actually doing the work, you hear all these stories. Well, I sent them 25 clients, haven't got one back. So that was my main priority. It wasn't necessarily getting all the accounts, it was the accounts that I did get or the people that I did get to do a really good job with them. And one of the things when I got trained on this, people would go through these credit reports and they would, spend all this time asking the clients, well, what happened here? What happened here? And when I got trained on it, they would take that sheet of paper where you wrote down everything that was going on and they would put it in the back of the file. And I was like, okay, what do we do with this? And they go, yeah, we don't need that. And I was just like, well, why did we put them through that? Because going through that, you have to relive your divorce, your custody, whatever, right? And so I was like, well, why would you put the client through that? And the guy looks at me and he goes, to show value.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
This is why we're charging the big money. And so for me, I decided to take a totally different approach. And I was like, I don't want to charge one person a ton of money. I want to make it to where there's a scale. Like if you need this many points, it's a flat rate. If you need this many points, it's a flat rate. So it took me a little bit to figure it out. But, I figured it out. And that's what I do now. I mean, most of my clients, I can get them done in a year. I can get their credit up 200 points in a year. And I don't try to overcharge them. I don't, whatever, because at one point, if you do a good job and you do it quickly, that person is going to go out and tell everybody they know for the rest of their life. And it's just good business that way.
Correct, correct. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. Now, Vanessa, every operator that I know has a moment where things got real, all right? Maybe a deal that went sideways or a time that, they had to pivot real fast. Do you mind sharing one of those moments for you?
I have a list, but I'll share one one in particular. There was a point where my business started in Montgomery, Texas, and then moved out to the Woodlands. We were out there for a long time. My main office is now in Houston, right behind Lakewood Church. But there was a point in time when I was in Montgomery where the credit repair business was getting really tough. And I have always been very kind and I don't say anything bad about any other company. And I had a client come to me. One of the gals had something happen to her son, was in like a four-wheeler accident or something like that. And the client said that she used to do good business, but now, it just went downhill. And I said, well, give her some grace. Her son had an accident, and I'm sure, it's just a limited time. You've got to give her a little bit of grace because I've heard she does good business. Well, probably 6 months later, I had a client come back to me and tell me that she was bad talking my business. And I thought, this is crazy, So I just politely gave her a call and said, listen, I've always, asked your clients to give you grace. And at that point, I knew that needed to make an adjustment, meaning if the business was getting so tight in the real estate industry, maybe we need to look at other avenues on where to go. So I just shifted focus and started focusing on helping like attorneys and some other different fields. And so now a lot of the credit repair companies and myself, we don't have the same demographics.
Okay, okay. Yeah, actually, that's the kind of stuff that people don't like to talk about enough. All right.
Nope.
Now, let me ask you this. Uh, what are you most focused on solving or scaling next?
Um, I would say I'm looking at a couple of things. I'm looking at franchising my business. I've been talking to somebody about franchising my business, and I'm also looking into doing a lot more corporate accounts. So I've had people come to me to do some public speaking. I've done some public speaking engagements for different companies, and I'd like to do a lot more of that to educate people on the credit business, but also to incorporate people that own companies, kind of on their bonus structure to where maybe we could do some bulk deals to where, along with at the end of the year for your Christmas bonus, all the people in your company, because if you have a good solid company where the people are happy and their life is good, it's better on production. People like to work for you and things of that nature. So over the years, I've had quite a few people say, well, can we do like a bulk deal where I can find out everybody in my company that doesn't have 780 or above, and maybe we can, do something where we can work something out with that. So I really like that idea because I believe that when people have a better home life, it's easier for them to produce for you.
Exactly. Correct. Correct.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
All right, Vanessa, that was actually very good. Now, before we wrap up, if someone wanted to reach out, connect with you, or maybe collaborate, or even learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach you?
There's several ways. Impeccablecreditservices.com is my website. They can also look us up on Instagram. If you look us up on Instagram, I'm quite the Instagram person. So there's a lot of funny videos, and I mean, credit's kind of boring, realistically. So we kind of try to make it fun with the funny reels and stuff like that. So we've got a lot of them that have gone viral and stuff like that. But Impeccable Credit Services on Instagram. We're on Facebook. And you can also call us 281-419-6811 and 713-378-1500.
Perfect.
So you're certainly welcome to take a look at our reviews and our history. I always tell people when choosing a credit repair company, just make sure that they're going to be there.
Exactly.
We have a physical location. We're right behind Lakewood Church. You can come into our office and sit down and have a talk. We do business and personal credit.
Right. Very good. Very good. Well, Vanessa, listen, I appreciate your time, your story, and your perspective. Okay. We need actually more people in this space who are doing it the right way. All right. So thank you very much for being here. And for those of you who are just tuning in, if you got value from this, you got to make sure you're subscribed. All right. We got more conversations coming up with operators just like Vanessa who are out there building real businesses. So until then,
I have a question.
yes.
Can you tell me about the hat?
Can I tell you about my hat?
Yes.
Okay.
You're
No.
obviously a New York Yankee fan.
I will tell you about it as soon as we finish. Okay. Don't worry.
My daughter's also a fan. That's why I ask.
Hold on just for a minute. Okay. So, guys, remember, if you got value from this, you got to make sure you're subscribed. Okay. We got more conversations coming up with operators just like Vanessa who are doing real businesses out there. All right. So, until then, I'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.